Who would have thought I'd find myself here? Here in the natural beauty of what is the largest sand island in the world. A place of culture, history and much more. A place where the fishing is great and the sights are breathtaking. It's all here on one of the nicest parts of the world, the island we call Fraser.
I've never really been the one who's worried. Always been the one who's keeping it cool.
Pretty spectacular.
The kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty.
It is your trip leader in India.
Yes.
Love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me. 'Cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free.
Well, day 8 saw us leave Ocean Lake Camp, finally have a go at the infamous Ngkala Rocks, make our way up to Sandy Cape and have a look at the lighthouse, and then go back for a very pleasant evening's camp, one of the nicest ones on the island. Let's see how the day went. Well, good morning from a beautiful Ocean Lake campground, but chilly. This is the state of our camp this morning. Everybody's still in bed, so I'm a bit away from it, so I don't wake them all up by talking. So that's where we are, of course, and of course Ryan's up there on the hill. Anyway, we'll go for a walk out to what the beach looks like this morning and give you a bit of a look at it. Pretty well missed sunrise a little bit. I've slept in compared to yesterday, but I think we've still got a pretty decent sunrise going on at the moment. So I missed all the really nice colours and stuff because I'm just up a little bit later. Anyhow, that's how she looks this morning. So these bloody dunes here get washed away. There's not much beach at high tide here, so this dune edge is pretty steep. That's looking down towards Waddy Point. Of course, back past the sunrise. And looking north to the top of the island, which is where we're heading today. So I haven't got a lot more to tell you at this point, other than that's our plan. So we'll see you a little bit later. Well, after a lovely night's sleep, we've come up to Orchid Beach just to restock a little bit, maybe have something to eat before we head up to Ngkala Rocks and to the top this morning. So, thought we'd better have a squeeze. Oh, we're just approaching the famous Ngkala Rocks. So, we're going to go and have a look at that, see what we're up for, and then work out what's going on before we tackle it. So we'll just go and park up here, check it out. A few cars already sort of stopped and looking, so we'll probably join the crew of cars that are stopped and looking. So we'll see you soon. Well, we've arrived at Ngkala Rocks, as I mentioned previously, and now we're going for a look. Now, it is a pretty low tide, and you can drive around it. I'm looking to see if these next crew in front of us are doing just that, or whether they're doing something else. So we're going for a look, see what people are doing. Because you can, if the tide's right, drive around the Ngkala Rocks. So, looking to see how people are approaching it. So it can be a very busy area, because a lot of people get stuck. So we'll have a look. And that doesn't look good at all. That is not how you want to wind up. Yeah, that would have been a full-on brown undies moment, this. So I'm pretty sure that recovering this thing is going to take priority over everybody's chances of getting over Ngkala at the moment. Yeah, but that is not good. I would not like to have been behind the wheel of that thing. Anyway, as for the rest of it, we'll go for a wander around and see what else can be seen. That track's looking a bit worse for wear these days. Looks like we've got a Prado up here with the old Max tracks out. I'm not sure what he's up to. But yeah, that's really not good, that. Check that out, guys. Oh dear. Anyhow, got the Prado bogged. They're doing the Max Tracks thing. Rest of this track, from memory, is pretty drivable. Just have your tyres down low enough and go for it. Anyway, I will show you more. How you do that?
So here we are at Ngkala Rocks, just having a look before we attempt it ourselves, and yeah, it's quite daunting. It's an LDV almost off the cliff down there.
It's not that daunting.
And there's a Prado that's bogged there, so yeah, this could be interesting. Muddy seems confident though, don't you, mate?
Yep, piece of piece.
Yep. We'll see how it goes anyway. Wait for these guys to get out of the way and then...
did. That's how you do that. Wrong gear. Well, all of us, unfortunately with the exception of Al, have made it over. And the tow trucks arrived to do the recovery. We've got a 105 going now. That should have no trouble, as long as it stays on it. So it won't be long before there won't be much going over here, because we've got to get this thing. So we don't know what Al's going to do at this point. He may be camping back down where we were last night. But everything else is making it. So we're going to watch a little bit maybe of this recovery, but we're not sure. It may take way too long to watch it, so we'll just see how we go for a few minutes here, and then we might just take it. Right, in the rigging up process here, we've got the GU with the double line pull to the front. The tow truck's buried his tilt tray into the sand, and he's got a pulley to change the pivot angle from his winch. So we'll be trying to hold the back up. So the idea is the tow truck will keep the back from falling into the abyss while the GU pulls the thing this direction. All this I'm sure is going to happen without any people in the car, because that's way too dangerous. So we'll just see what happens there. But the towie at the moment's inspecting the very back to A, connect to it, B, probably to check the condition of the rock that's sitting on. So could be an interesting one, this. Right, we're getting closer. We're about to find out if something's going to be a good idea or not. And at this stage, it's not looking real good. Yep, the GU is sliding forwards. And the tow truck's managed to pull the back about a metre. So it's getting there slowly. Well, this is a very brave tow truck driver. He's in the driver's seat. He's working his winch though, and the GU winch is getting it out there, and he's trying to drive it up. It's working quite well actually. We'll be feeling a lot safer at this point, I can tell you. Well, as you can see, it is coming. It's not going to fall off the embankment at this point. So I'd say that's fairly successful recovery at this point. So that'll probably do us for watching this, because otherwise there's still a bit of time to fiddle around going on with this. So there you go. We're going to trudge back over the rocks, back to the cars and keep going. Well, after Ngkala Rocks, there's nothing major that really stops you except some more of these rock formations. They're all nice and drivable. And with a good bit of spotting, you just can't go wrong. They never look as hard on the camera as they actually are. And you could do it without a spotter, you just have to be more careful. But we all made it through and continued on, as you'll see.
Don't go down there.
Made for a little bit of fun low range stuff on the island. You don't do that much low range forward driving
go that way 'cause you got that
on
big.
Fraser, so when you get the
Go
chance,
straight.
why not enjoy a little bit of it?
Oh, come, don't. Just slow. You're all right. Come all, yeah. Just slow. Come on. I don't think you want to drop down on that, but
Probably not.
no, it's not deep, right? Go that way, Go, come up. Yeah, go like that, right? That one looked better.
Well, after that little interesting section of rocks, which never looks as hard on the camera as it actually is, we're finally heading on the northern beach up to the top. So that's how pretty it was on the day, and we were keen as anything to get to the very top of the island. So just check this out, guys. The top of the island is a whole different experience.
Well, as we come around this section here, we are officially at the top of Fraser Island. This is as far north as you get. As you can see, I'm starting to make a left-hand turn here, because we are, as I said, at the top. All the fish shows come here, but you don't get any further north on Fraser Island than this without getting wet. So we're basically making our way around now to the sand blow and basically to our campsite is the plan. So we'll see how we go. We're going to also get up to the lighthouse today.
That's the sand dune that Sean Wales sat on top of.
He's right. That's the sand dune that Sean Wales sat on top of. 45247.
It's sacred.
So that'll do me for this little bit, and I'll show you more shortly.
Okay, this is where we're going to camp tonight. pretty good. That's our view. But we're not camping here just yet. We're just claiming our spot so that when we come back from the lighthouse, we've got our spot to stay. So we're gonna back on out of here and head on up to the lighthouse. Alright, we have made it to the reason we're here at Fraser Island. We've only got a little walk to get there now. It's a bit uphill, but we'll get there. But our whole reason for coming to Fraser was so we get to the very top and check out Sandy Cape Lighthouse. Now that's probably not really the whole reason, but it's as good a reason as any, don't you think? So there's the sign, Sandy Cape Lighthouse. Footwear advised, and I would certainly advise that. There's a Ryan and a mark. It's pretty scary, isn't it? And then that's what the beach looks like here. Now the thing about this part of the island that's a little bit different to further south is just the fact that there's a lot less beach. When the tide comes in, you're pretty close to the water. Pretty close to water anyway, coming up here. So anyhow, we'll make the trek. It is a trek. We'll go up and we'll show you what it's all about. We'll see you up at the top.
That much room, the water comes almost right up to the cars on the hard bit down there, so that was pretty.
Well, what you're seeing behind me is some of the view from the Sandy Cape Lighthouse. Sandy Cape Lighthouse is pretty well the reason we came up here to have a look at Fraser in the first place. But before I show you that, I'll give you a better look without my mug in the way. Big sand blower there. That of course is the ocean. All sorts of techie instruments and things in places like this box here. And then of course the reason we're here. Check that out. That's the lighthouse. Strange enough, slightly taller than the radio tower that's next to it. It's pretty well unmanned lighthouse, but there is quarters here for when people are manning it for various reasons. And it's quite nice when you get here. It's got nice short grass. You could call it a lawn nearly. That's not a bad sort of little spot. Now we've got all the signage to tell you what the story was with the lighthouse here and how it kept ships safe and all that stuff. The designs, all of that stuff that the poor old signs actually had a bit worse for wear now, but it was it still tells you everything you need to know. So it's a big structure, as I said. It's all automated now, but it's the highest point of the island, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have put it here. And now it runs a reasonable amount of solar to do stuff. I guess that charges the batteries for the light. So it's pretty good. So there we are. The reason we've come to the top of Fraser is to check this place out. And not to mention to check out the view. Not the view you're looking at now, you guys don't want to see me, but the view generally from the area. Now I've got to tell you, if you're planning to come up here, it's about 1.2 kilometres of walking and it's all uphill. But the views you get are pretty well worth it. That's what you're looking at out that way. That's not bad. A lot of the walk is this boarded stuff here, because obviously the management drive up here. You wouldn't walk up here if you don't have to, would you? But we had to walk up here. So a lot of the walk is that, some of it is still sand. And anyhow, we've successfully done it. So the bulk of our mission to come to Fraser Island was to come here. Well, we've made it to RAF number 25 radar station bunker. There's not much left. I was hoping we'd see a bit more, but it's really just about gone. They fenced you out so you can't go in there. I mean, you could, but that would be the wrong thing to do. So I'm not going to do that because it's the wrong thing to do, as I said. So we'll get up above it here, have a look at it, and then we'll do the 600 metre trudge back to the beach and head for camp. So you can certainly see the remains of where it's been in there. I don't know what they would have used it for. It's a RAF bunker, but what did they use it for? Maybe I better look that up. Anyhow, I did that walk to come and have a look at this. That's pretty, well, it's not disappointing. It's just what you'd expect. Nature's taking it back. There's part of the installation in there. Don't even know if the camera's picking that up. Anyhow, that's the bunker. So, bit of an anticlimax. With that said, if you don't have a look, you don't know. Alright, back to the beach we go and then back to camp. Alright guys, after a fairly significant day, we've arrived back at camp. So I'll give you a look at it. All the crew are behind me in their assorted places. Now, as you know, Al couldn't make it over Ngkala Rocks. He's camping away from us tonight. But unfortunate, but true. So this is what we're looking at with incoming tide. We are stranded. Because there's no way that we can get around these trees and continue our trek if we wanted to go anywhere. So that's it. We are here. Well, we're here for the night anyway, so it's all good. Now what we're trying to do here, guys, is we're trying to feed Lockie to the sharks, but the sharks won't take him because they want a full-size meal, not a snack. So they're over it, although we tried. So here's the rest of our camp. Now at the moment, we do have an extra car. It was parked here when we got here. I think they got caught by the tide, so we're assuming they're here for a while. And Ryan, the main man, chef extraordinaire and thrill seeker, is obviously about to cook tea.
That's right.
So I'm going to take this opportunity to annoy the crap out of him. So I'm going to place this there. Speak.
Hello.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Well, Ryan,
Mate.
nearly at the end of a trip.
That's right, it's gone surprisingly slowly actually this way.
How have you found it, mate? Is there anything you would have liked to have done differently? Was it pretty all right?
I would have rather been at work the whole time, you know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. There were some real rubbish views on this trip and...
Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, absolute shockers. I mean, who would ever want to come back here, right?
Oh, exactly.
No, in all seriousness, it's been a great trip actually, mate. We've done a fair portion of the island and, I mean, that's all you really want, isn't it? We covered the inland part, which is pretty well the bulk of what most people miss out on. Yep. We covered that the first few days and spent the last few on the beach, which is what this island's known for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, how did you find it generally, mate? Was it I know you've been here as a little fella, but
a while ago.
Did it live up to what you were hoping to get on this
mate,
trip?
and some. absolutely lived up to it and a little bit more. You know, we've had some great weather. Couldn't have asked for a better outcome, in my opinion. You know, it's this time of year as well. It's not too hot, so it makes for a pretty enjoyable trip all around. I think it's been safe to say the best trip we've been on in recent memory.
Cool. Oh, that's good. And, you don't think that idiot trip leader bloody planned it too badly, or could have done it better?
He done well. I think so, yeah.
That's all good.
No, certainly. No, like I said, mate, overall it's been great, you know. You can't really have any bad days on Fraser, can you?
Not really, no.
No, certainly. So, yeah.
So, if you were going to come back again, or if you were recommending this trip to somebody else, would you suggest they do it this way, or would you suggest they do it a little bit differently? What are your thoughts? Is there anything that could have been done better, mate?
No, I think it's pretty well good how it was. I mean, it gave us plenty of time to be able to sort of enjoy the things that we were doing instead of rushing around, rushing through things. Gave us plenty of time to absorb a day, you know, and as I said, not rushed.
Take in the sights.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I'd recommend it. You know, we realistically, if we wanted to, we probably could have gotten everything we wanted to do done a lot faster, but where's the joy in that, you know? When you rush through things, you miss things.
You're on holidays, mate.
That's right. So, yeah, it's been a fairly enjoyable trip so far, I reckon, and I would absolutely recommend to do it the same way, you know? It's been good.
Cool. All right, Ryan, thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to cooking your dinner.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll catch up, yeah.
No worries.
Well, guys, that's going to have to do us for this episode. Even though we didn't get to the end of the day, you'll have to see that next week. We are getting very close to the end of the series, so I thought I'd split this one up and hopefully we'll get the whole thing done and dusted for you in part 8. Anyway, I really hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you have enjoyed it, if you did, put a like on it. It really helps the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Click the notification bell and you'll know when all the new clips come out. To the old hands, as always, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my clips. And we really did have a ball making this Fraser Island series, so I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I really can't say that enough. Thanks for all the support, guys. We will definitely catch up with you again in a not too distant future. Just get out there, enjoy the bush, enjoy the beach, enjoy everything, enjoy Australia, and we will see you all soon. Cheers from Steve and Kaz at Mudduck's 4-Wheel Drive Touring. All the best, guys.